So we'll go ahead and get started. Again, I want to thank everybody, man, for coming out tonight to join us for this man's dinner. It means so much to me and my son Aaron that each and every one of you took the time out of your busy lives, busy schedules to spend this evening with us. So I just want to start off by just saying the purpose of tonight, most importantly, is to celebrate the birthday of my son and his transition from being a boy to a young adult. Also, I wanted to provide an opportunity for him and all of his friends to connect with men who have experienced a lot of the things that they're currently experiencing and be able and provide an opportunity for them to connect with those, right? And so that's the purpose of today. However, I'd be remiss if I didn't first start by saying that this whole idea, this whole concept, and this man's dinner was presented as an opportunity for me from one of Aaron's good friends and his family, Xavier, his dad, Robert, and his brother, Austin. From my understanding, their family has been hosting these men's dinners for the young men in their family that turned 16 for generations, right? And when Xavier turned 16 about a year ago, Rob reached out to me and invited us to celebrate that special time with them. And instantly, I seen the value in it, right? I seen the value again because it's not often that men get an opportunity to connect with each other in this type of environment, in this intimate environment, in the young man's home where they're comfortable, you know what I mean, and all those things. And so I talked to Rob and I said, "Hey, Rob, I got to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got to do it just because of the value, you know what I mean?" And so, I want to thank you for that because it's something, like I said, that I'm implementing in my family, and hopefully, after tonight, someone is inspired, to implement it in their family as well. And you guys can start a tradition within your family. And so, thank you for that. Thank you. And so, secondly, Terrence is already standing up. Mike, my brother Tony, Dig is standing up. Ryan, if you can stand up, please. And Pops, Josiah, if you can stand up. I want to thank you all. Special thank you because collectively, you all have had a significant influence in my life and, have done different things to inspire me to become the man that I am today, right? And so I look at all of you as family. I call on each and every one of you. We may not speak often or all the time, but each and every one of you are family. I have memories with all of you. Dig, buying me my first pair of Jordans. Me and Ryan from 6th grade. That's my boy right there. Me and Josiah being in the trenches together. Terrence, we were in high school. We went to high school since freshman year. Played basketball together, roommated together. I was his best man in his wedding. Coach Mike, this is my brother right here, man. This dude, anytime I call him and ask him for advice, whether it's business, life, family, he's always there for me. So I appreciate you guys. Tony, my other brother, he sacrificed so much for me, my two brothers, man. And most importantly, of course, my dad as well, man, just for giving me life, and my sons, you guys as well, man. So I want to acknowledge you guys. So while you guys are standing, I just want to ask if you guys could do me a favor before the night is over. It don't have to be, right now. If you guys can share your contact information with Aaron, right? Because I want him to be able to have you guys as a support and as a contact if he ever needs anything, right? Because I'm his dad, you know what I'm saying? And there are some things that he might not be able to get from me that he can get from you guys, you know what I mean? And so if you guys can do me that favor and just share your contact information with him in the event that he needs you for anything, he know that he got some people that he can call, you know what I mean? Some men. Also, Coach Meach, Coach Matt, I asked you guys to be here, man, because you guys have such an influence on him. You know what I mean? Last year was his first year playing travel ball and just going into the gym and all the whistles and the 20 games going on. And, I'm going to keep it a buck, man. He was scared. You know what I'm saying? And if I can just share this, there was one game. Matt know what I'm talking about. We was warming up. And they call him Ramsey, right? So Matt was like, "Ramsey, Get out there. You know, he played 16U as a 15-year-old, and these dudes was dunking and, you know, all that. He's like, you starting today. You know what I mean? But he did it on purpose, right? He did it on purpose, man, because he wanted him to challenge that fear. You know what I'm saying? And I respected that. Coach Meach holding him accountable and being honest with him and letting him know y'all expectations, you know. We really appreciate it, man. We talk all the time about it. And, you know, I tell him he got to step up to the challenge. You know what I mean? Titus, Eric, Jaden, they cool. Man, Aaron is the oldest, right? And so he's navigating through school, through life, a lot by himself. And each and every one of you, man, he looks to you guys as his kind of like big brothers. And so I appreciate you guys, man, for taking him up under your wing. Titus, anytime I say, hey, ask Titus if you can get a ride, man, I'm running late. You always there, man. So I appreciate that. Most importantly, though, you guys go to school in Redlands Unified School District, man, and as you guys know, it's not a lot of people that look like us there. You know what I mean? And so the fact that he can count on you guys to be there for him, and there's some similarities in your background, man, I appreciate that. I always have my big brother, man. He fought for me, everything. You know what I mean? It wasn't catching no phase with my big brother, man. He always, you know what I mean? Hey, I got it. You know what I mean? And Aaron don't have that. You know what I mean? And so you guys are the ones that he looked to, you know what I mean, to be that support and, you know, encourage him in that life. So I just wanted to thank you guys as well. And so there are a couple people, you know, that I asked to speak tonight. And, you know, so we'll go around. First is Terrence. You know, Terrence, him and I were roommates in 2007. Aaron was a baby, you know what I'm saying? And I was going through a transition, you know, had 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you know what I mean? And there was one thing, man, that really brought me close to him, and I always told him, man, we was outside the dorms, and I was ready to go home, you know? And you remember this, I know you remember this.
Yeah.
He said, hey, bro, you can't keep running from your problems. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot that was going on with me, man. And I still left, but I came back. You know what I mean? And
he was mad at me.
Yeah, I was mad at him. But a big part of that was I heard his voice in my head, like, you can't run from your problems all the time, man. And I knew it was confirmation because my mom lived in Vegas at the time as well. And when I was leaving, she told me the same thing. She said the same thing, and I said, yeah. So she told me the same thing, and so I said, you know what? They right. You know what I mean? So I went back, and you know, the rest is history. So thank you for that, man. And then also, he called me to ask me to be his best man in his wedding, man, and that meant the world to me. And he's just always a support. You know what I mean? He lives in L.A., and, you know, he's busy. But he made time today. When I called him and asked him if he can come and speak, he said, man, you know I'm there. You know what I mean? And so with that, I'll hand the floor over to my boy Terrence, man.
I meet this dude, his braids was longer than yours. I don't know if you got pictures. He had the super long crop. I'm going to keep all the way G. My first week there, I got jumped by his homeboy. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. Yeah. And you know, he wasn't there, but he wasn't there, but he was cool with all them. I seen him out, you know, it was like, I was like, all right, he cool, but you know, it is what it is. I remember like the first week of school, our senior year, I was throwing a party because my parents was gone. And hey, don't do that, kids. Don't do that. Aaron hit me. He was like, hey, you need help setting up? I was like, for sure. He came through, he helped me set up, and we was like this, like lit like this ever since. Hey, I got into UNLV. I was like, Vegas? For sure. Like he just told y'all, so I ended up going to UNLV. He came, he ended up leaving. I told him what I told him. I could tell he was mad. We didn't talk for a cool little minute. But then I remember my second year living out there, I was renting this house. He came, pulled up on me. He was like, hey, he told me, like, I'm coming to Vegas. Like, I'm thinking about really coming back out there or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool, good luck. We get to the house, we chilling, we in the car driving. He was like, "Hey T, I got something to tell you." I'm like, "What's up?" "I have a baby, bro." I was like, "Woo." You feel me? I was like, "Woo." He was like, "Yeah, we're gonna try to work it out. We're gonna move out here." He was like, "Man, you know, you think you would be my roommate? We get a spot." I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." And 2007, man, I'm 19 years old, and this I meet this little dude, and he's just walking around the apartment, and well, not even walking, crawling. And that was the year Soulja Boy had the what was that song?
You.
Yeah. So I remember I called him in 2018. I was like, "Hey, bro, you think you could be my best man at my wedding?" He was like, "For sure." He was surprised I did it. And I don't know if I ever told you this. I believe I did. But so my wife, I've been married 4 years now. I met my wife in college at UNLV. And the reason I asked him to be my best man is because I would have never even met my wife if it wasn't for dude. You know what I'm saying? I was about to move to Houston, and so full circle, like I said, growing up, I looked at everything as temporary. I didn't really cherish a lot of moments. I put myself in position. Like I messed up basketball for myself. I got kicked off of the basketball team when I was in 10th grade. Acted like I didn't care, but it really broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? I dug myself in a lot of holes that I had to climb out of. But the reason I asked him to be my best man, like I said, because I wouldn't have met my wife if it wasn't for him. And and since I've been about 25 years old, it really hit me like, you can't take nothing for granted. You know what I'm saying? These moments y'all having, this night y'all having, these moments y'all have in high school, the practices, the camaraderie that y'all build, when y'all move on in life, you gotta cherish those moments. You gotta know, like, all right, what did I really get out of those moments? What my homeboy that used to joke a lot and kick me in a good mood, or my homeboy that used to pick me up when I was down on myself, or my homeboy that helped me work on my pivot, or whatever it is. Don't take none of that for granted, man. It's like, for sure, as you move on into the world get real, no matter what you're going through. And I just want everybody in here, if it's anybody that you meet in life and they have an impact on you, don't be scared to really tap in and build on that relationship. You know, I could go on for days and days, but I keep it there.
Thank you.
For me to do for little Aaron, because he wasn't there, you know, I made sure I filled those shoes as well. So it was fun coaching him, and to see where he is now, it's full circle, and I'm glad that, you know, I'm definitely glad that you stayed with it. But a little bit about myself. So I came up, you know, rough, like Terrence was just saying, Aaron was saying, and I'm sure a lot of other guys came up similar to me. But I had it tough coming up, man, and so nothing was handed to me. You know, I never got a handout. You know, it was never a jump start for me and where I am today. So for the kids that's here now, you guys already got a jump start in life. You know what I mean? To have something like this, man, I couldn't even dreamed about this in my wildest dreams. I don't even remember having a birthday party. You know, I didn't probably start getting my birthday parties until I married my wife. And that was maybe 25, 26 years old. I married my wife 13 years ago. So that's probably when I started having meaningful birthday parties that I can actually remember. But I say all that to say you guys are already in a good position. One thing that I don't want you guys to take for granted is your parents. Use your parents as a resource. Don't try to figure it out on social media. Don't try to figure it out on YouTube. Go to your parents for advice.
Man, just do what you're doing.
Yep.
Seem like it's good, but you all that other stuff, man, you living a life that you good, man. You just take care of what you gotta do and just live your life, man. You good, man. Listen to these guys. Cause when I was growing up, I didn't have all that stuff, man. I didn't have all the stuff that your dad talking about. All that other stuff, I didn't have all that, man. I was on the streets trying to do all kind of other stuff. I just had my mom. I didn't have none of that stuff, man. I didn't have no dad, none of that. You guys, y'all got it good. Y'all got it good, man. Y'all got a life of luxury. Y'all got it good, man. All you gotta do is listen to your parents. That's all you gotta do. You ain't gotta do nothing else. Y'all gotta do nothing else. Just listen to your parents. Go to school, listen to your parents, and that's it.
Yep. So
That's it.
what Big Bro said, you know. So just listen to your parents. Like I said, use them for resources because they're going to give you the best advice that you can ever get. I promise you. One thing a parent's going to do is never steer you in the wrong directions. All right. I love you, man.
This is Malachi. He's also one of the running backs at Centennial. So keep a lookout for him, man. This dude is a baller. He's been playing football his whole life, man. And so the future is bright for him as well, man. Yeah, yes, man. Thank you guys. Next, man, is my big brother, Big, man. He like a second dad to me. He like a second dad to me, and I want to ask him to offer up some words of encouragement to these young dudes as well.
All right. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? All right. So I just want to say thank you for having me come. And nephew, I just want to let you know I love you, man. For real. I know I don't come around a lot like you probably expect me to, or I should, but I do love you, man. And if I could just give you any words today, I know sometimes your dad probably might get on your nerve when he say things to you, or he say stuff to you that you might not like. But me and Tony and your grandpa protected him from a lot of stuff to make sure he didn't go down certain routes, you know. And he ain't no square, man. He not no dummy. He's not a rookie or a punk, you know. And he love you, man. Like when you first came, I remember he called me and was like, man, I'm finna have a baby. I don't know what to do, man. What do I do? I said, man, calm down. We gonna get through it. Don't trip. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get through wherever you need me, I got you. And I'm kind of nervous. That's what's wrong. I'm just gonna be real. You know, I'm cool. I mean, I can talk. I'm just saying I'm just a little nervous because I just want to make sure I'm saying the right things to you. You know, this moment is real to me because I never seen nothing like this. It's different for me. You know, I never had no. We don't come from this. And this is new. This is new grounds for me. You feel me? So I just want to make sure you know that your dad loves you, man. And we here for you. Whether you see us or not, we here for you, bro. Trust me, we'll be right there in a second. Call. All you gotta do is tap in. And for your friends, all of the rest of y'all, thank y'all for having my nephew back, because I know he probably ain't, might not have as much of the lion some of y'all might have if y'all older than you. But thank y'all for opening y'all self to him and showing him which way to go and showing him how to delegate through certain situations or get through certain situations. Thank y'all for having his back and lifting him up and not stepping on him, because y'all gonna lift each other up. Y'all a team, y'all gonna fly together. If somebody on the team chipping at the boat or chipping down somewhere, then the boat gonna sink. So if your coaches is telling y'all certain things, y'all gotta listen, because they running the ship. They governing the ship, so y'all gotta respect that. They in that position, you know? So y'all listen, everybody play their position, and everybody can win. And I learned from my mistakes. You know, I probably may have played my position like I should have. In certain positions, I probably would be flying higher than where I'm at. But it's cool, because I'm good where I'm at. I'm happy where I'm at. I got to learn a lot of things. All this cool stuff, everybody cool, thinking they cool and popping or whatever they doing, that's whack, homie. It's whack. It's crap. Straight up. You ain't never seen me do nothing wrong, bro. I ain't never bring nothing like that wrong. Can't say I seen my uncle do nothing. Cause I made sure that you might see me do something on YouTube or whatever. I make music, you feel me? That's what I do. I do me. I'm living my life. The thing is, like, love yourself, man. Feel me? Before you expect anything from anybody, or you expect your girl to love you, your friends, your mom, daddy, brothers, whoever, you gotta love you and understand your value, understand your position here. God put you here. It ain't a mistake. God sent you here through your dad. And you here to fulfill a mission. that's on you. If you could listen to the people telling you what to do, you can get to where you gonna go. You just gotta hear them out, bro. Just listen for a second. And sometimes people say it's crap too. Everything ain't good, bro. Some people be trying to throw you down the wrong street. You gotta see that too. Like, ooh, that feel funny. It's funny. It's funny, bro. Listen to it. It's not wrong. That feeling you feel, I don't like that feeling. Listen to that. Because that's your protector. That's from the Most High. That's what's gonna get you through. You know? I learned that from when I got shot. That's when I learned it. I didn't know until that moment. That's when I said, okay, I know that feeling now. It's no question. Now once I hear it, okay, I listen. And that's why I'm here. I'm almost 40, bro. You know? So I love you, man. We love you. I ain't gonna drag it on. You know, I ain't gonna talk about what I'm doing and all of that stuff. You know what's going on with us, you know? We got businesses, you know, we're on the move. We working. Your daddy, he on the move. Michael, move. All of us is moving, bro. We not standing there asking nobody for nothing. We working every day trying to make something.
I gotta go on top of something Dig said. I like you said, I'll be remiss. Man, I want you to know for sure, and all of y'all to know, like, this dude y'all see standing in front of y'all, I was with him every day my senior year, bro. Like, one thing I always admired about dude, he didn't let the circumstances defeat him, dog. Like, this wasn't written in the stars for him. This wasn't, he didn't have the blueprint laid out for him. But some I seen, and even before we got cool like that, I even seen it in with 10th grade, bro. He knew he wanted better, and he knew he wanted more. Like I said, man, we was doing some dumb stuff. You feel me? At 17, at 19, when we became roommates, you feel me? We was at the crib figuring it out. I remember he was mad at me one time. I forgot to pay the light bill. The lights got cut off. You know what I'm saying?
Like 3 days.
Yeah. My bad, bro. I forgot. You feel me? Man, I just like everything he's worked for is to give you and your little brother a platform to succeed on the highest level. You know what I'm saying? And I seen this man really. I seen this man really become a 35-year-old man when we was 19. You know what I'm saying? It was all for you. So, you know, I'm definitely gonna tap in with you. You know what I'm saying? And if it's ever a time like you feel like you can't relate or he on your nerves, like, I know this dude, man. You feel me? I know this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't want nothing but the best for you. And like Dig said, father son, that's a weird dynamic, but you know, he love you to death, even when he probably seemed like the most annoying person on earth. You can for sure tap in with me, coach, your uncle, you know what I'm saying? If I gotta remind him, you know what I'm saying, like, hey bro, we was 16, 17 at one time too. It's whatever, but just know everything he's done was so you wouldn't even understand where he was when he was your age. So I had to say that off of your dick.
And I just want to add to my dad too, grandpa. Yeah, man, your grandpa's he's a real one, man. You know, he's a solid grandpa. You know, I love my dad. I appreciate my dad for everything he been there for us growing up. Showed us a lot of stuff when I needed his help. I was going through some stuff. I was probably a little bit younger. He 1 year younger than you, I think. We just went to juvenile hall, and I had caught the bus to his house, and I pulled up on him like, Dad, I just need to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? He came outside. He said, we're gonna go for a ride. Took him for a ride. Put my bike in the car. He said, I'm gonna take you back home. And I just told him I just needed it. You know, I needed him. I needed him to come. This is the time I need him. I'm going through a lot of stuff. It's a lot of options to make a lot of decisions, and I just need some right advice. He was there, man. Clutch. Pointed me where I needed to go. He helped me get through it. You know, so your grandpa there for you, and that's back then. So now he got way more experience. You feel me? He can help you get through a lot of stuff, man. You know, we here for you as a family, all of us. Thank you,
Look, I'm glad to be here. I'm happy to be here, man. You know, looking at all of y'all, man, I just see a bunch of beautiful people. You know what I mean? Surrounding my son, my grandson, and family, and all that. And all of y'all are really good-looking people. I want to give thanks to God, the One Most High, for bringing us all together, right? Because this is His doing. Because I never even thought of doing anything like this for them. We didn't know. My uncle used to tell me and them, you can't operate beyond your level of understanding, right? So I didn't know. My dad, not taking nothing from my dad, because my dad was dope, right? I had a dope daddy. You feel me? He reminds me of my dad. Like, totally. No, my son reminds me of my dad. That's my dad again, like over again. And I grew up under my dad, so when I see him, I already know that's my dad. Dude. All the things he do, because my dad, you know what I mean? I seen him and all that. But your best relationship that you should develop is with God, right? He's the one that's never gonna let you down and will always be there for you, and that you can always depend on from beginning to the end. And beyond any understanding of any of us, He has the understanding. So my advice is to you is to develop a relationship with Him, with the One Most High. It worked for me, right? Because they could tell you, I've been in a life, you know, I did this and that, but on the flip side, I done did a lot of good things too. You know what I mean? So develop your relationship with Him, and He's gonna lead you to anywhere you want to go. Right now, at the point all of y'all can be, you can be anything you want to be. You hear that all the time. You can be anything you want to be, but it's up to you to apply it, right? So I read the Quran. The Quran says God created you as an individual, right? You know God don't make no mistakes. And He said the proof is it at your fingertip, right? So what's at your fingertip? Your fingerprint, right? And nobody has that but you. Nobody ever had it before, and nobody ever will. But beyond that is your individuality, how He created you, right? And God made everything in excellence, right? And the proof of that is you was the sperm cell that made it to the egg. You was one in a million. Everybody here, you was the one, you beat out millions. If any of y'all know how that works, right? You'll come to a time where you'll understand. But you was already one in a million. You was already top dog. So He showed you from then, right? You the one. You can be anything you want to be. He already chose you to be what you want to be. He didn't create you here to suffer. He put you here to be excellent, right? But being great ain't easy, right? Being great is not easy. It's hard work. You're going to come across tests, trials, all that, right? But that's what we all here for. Make sure you put a hat on that. All right? Cover that thing, man. Put your hat on, man.
Get a gold.
All right? That's how you popped up, right? Thank God. It's a blessing. That's how they popped up, but thank God. But you understand, sometimes, you know, you at that age, and you a good-looking young boy, young man. They gonna be after you. I know grown women already. Man, your grandson, this. Already, I already know. Temptation happens, and reality is a factor, right? But the reality is, make sure y'all wear a hat, man. All right. All right. Love y'all.
First, I want to say thank you for inviting me. Appreciate it. Ramsey, we met last year, and I instantly started liking you because I could tell you came from a good family. So when I met your dad, it makes sense. But what I want to say is life isn't going to always be sweet. It gets serious, you know, and I've been knowing Matt for like 15 years, and he's been here with me, you know, since we was kids. I'm trying not to get emotional because I'm going through some stuff right now, but when you're going through the hard times, bro, and life don't make sense, and you're just like, why am I going through this? Just take it one day at a time and keep going, because my dad always taught me the real testament of a man is how he handles his adversity, and I live by that. And as you know, my dad had a stroke, a couple months ago, and that shit eating me every day. Cause I'm 27, and I love my dad, and I would call on him every day. So like to see this right here, it like I have a son myself, and I pray to God that I could be a dad to my son, how my dad was to me. So when I see this, man, it touches my heart, man. And you're doing a hell of a job. And even for me being 27, I looked up to you like, damn, like I want to have a relationship. And when you told me you were doing this, I had told, my baby mom at the time, like, I want to do this. So this is special, bro. And honestly, I told your dad today I wasn't going to make it. But I was talking to my mom, and I was just having a bad day. And I was just missing my pops. And I was like, you know what? I got to make it today because this is special. And I feel like this is, like Grandpa was saying, the Most High told you to invite me for a reason. So my message to you, bro, is when life gets tough and it's not making sense, don't give up, bro. Because, when my dad had my stroke, I was going to stop coaching for the year. And I was like, you know what? Like, my dad wouldn't want me to do that. So just when life gets tough, bro, I pray that you find the courage to keep going every day. And I promise you, it might not end up how you want it, but there is going to be light at the end of it, man. So you're a wonderful young man, bro. I see you, and I know you're going to be something special. And I know you've had your confidence issues, but trust me, bro, you're special. And I don't say that about everybody. You know me, I'm real. I'm a real dude. I keep it 100. And I know one day you were going to be something special. And after meeting your pops and your grandpa and your uncles and all these wonderful men you have in your life, bro, you have the blueprint, man. So I really hope that you take heed to what everybody has said and you use these resources, man, because, like they said, we ain't had this growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love my dad. He's a great man, but he had his flaws, as we all do, and I didn't have nothing like this. I ain't have, no uncles I could call. All my uncles in jail, so it's like, this is special to see men that look like me doing something like this for their kids. So I really beg you to never take this moment for granted, and you use every resource you have up here. And that's really it. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
All right, so my name is Josiah. I've known Aaron since 2012? 2012. Aaron is 6 years old. I worked at the group home together, like you said, in the trenches. And I can say he's one of the smartest men I ever met in my life. And, he laughs about it, but he is. I work with principals, teachers, school nurses, and by far, man, he's one of the smartest dudes you have. So you're very, very lucky, man, and you should be proud of that. Have a great man in your life like that. Although we come from different backgrounds and cultural backgrounds, me and Aaron shared some of the same upbringings and difficulties in life, and we would talk about it. Just grinding it out at the group home. I say that to say this: life's a grind, man. You just gotta grind it out, put 100%, and you receive that back. And like your grandfather said, have faith in the Lord and God. You'll go far, man. And don't make decisions off emotions. Stand back and make a logical decision. Don't let a female come in between your decision in life or anything like that. Stay the course, continue your path, and just stay it, man. Life's a grind, man. Normal stresses of life will bring a man down. But when you have that faith and a great upbringing, the great parents, and a great infrastructure around you, you're gonna go far. So, and don't let that social media and all that, because I know I work at that school level. You have kids out there ditching class, how we out here, all that. Man, that's fake. That's not real life, man. This is real life. Having great men around you and uplifting you. So if you ever need anyone to talk to, like you said, I'm here for you. Your dad has my number. And for all you young men, stay in that gym. You guys all look athletic. Continue staying in that gym. It helps with your mental and physical. So just stay in it and continue to grind. All right?
My guy's about to have a baby too, man.
Thank you. Like your grandfather said, man, brother. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right here. Brother, that Jimmy Cap. I'm 35. I'm my first baby, man. So,
Had it on for a long time.
yeah, man.
One last thing. I told your uncle and your daddy this, man. This is real. Be a professional sucker ducker. You know what that is? A professional sucker ducker. You know what that is? Your daddy can explain it to you better. But when you see sucker shit, when you see bull crap going on, right? Something that you know ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta fade away.
Bob and Weed. I ain't with that. You feel me? Don't let that get on you. And that's real. I'm just giving you real. And it applies to everything. Everything in life. Be a professional sucker ducker. Use your judgment. Right? God gave you insight, heart, and intellect. Don't take it for granted. Right? Remember when Dig was telling you about your gut feeling? That's there for a reason. It don't go off all the time, right?
No.
There's certain times when that's ringing, you need to pay attention to it and with your surroundings. So all of y'all, man, be a professional sucker ducker. You know what a professional is, right? Somebody who's excellent at what they do. They've mastered it, right? They become a pro. You know what a sucker is? Somebody on stupid stuff. It don't make no sense. There's no benefit in it. And you know what the duck is. Move out of the way. Right? So you can't always duck. Sometimes you gotta jump, bob and weave all the way down. So be a professional sucker duck all your life. And I told them that from young, and they've applied it in life. When you get older in relationships and business, just everything, you're gonna see it coming. Right? So be a professional sucker ducker.
Mike, this is a lot. My father did this for me when I was 16 years old. And I remember that night telling myself that one day I'm going to have a son and one day I'm going to be able to bless him with the same type of night. And it honors me that this tradition will continue. If you look around, you are looking at hundreds of years collectively of experience, of victories, of losses. Use that. And I mean that in the most serious sense. I like how he brought up wear your hat and everybody started squirming. You got to have those difficult conversations.
Right.
Be comfortable with having those difficult conversations, especially with these men that have been placed in your life to hoist you up to the highest levels. We love you. I love you. My son, came home one day. He was like, "Yeah, man, Aaron, he's into music and da-da-da." He lit up, and it's because of your character and what you've become. And I have to say that as soon as I met your father, I was like, "Oh, it makes sense." So continue that tradition with yourself, that respect of yourself, and you'll be all right. Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
No, this is really cool. I do something like this twice a year with my boys. Just same thing. This is kind of like a form of therapy for us as well. We don't do therapy, but I just like to do something like this with my boys so we can get everything off our chest, talk freely about our wives and everything that's going on. So I didn't have nothing like this growing up. Or maybe I kind of did. My church had something called Layman's, and we had to do something like this every Saturday, and then we go to the mountains and it's men building. So this is really dope though. My 16th birthday, I don't know what it was. I don't like Mike said, I didn't do birthdays too much growing up. Even as an adult, every time it was my birthday, I'm like, I ain't doing that. I'm grinding, I'm working. So this is really cool to have something like this and be a part of it. So that's all. So that's how the party going on.
So this is the last thing I promise. Your greatest asset in life, right, will always be prayer. Right? Your greatest asset in life is going to be prayer. It's not going to be your bank account. It's not going to be who you know over there, this, that, the other. It's going to be you asking him to make it happen, right? And to protect it and bless it. Because that's the only way it's gonna happen, is if he gives it to you, right? And protects it. So that's your greatest asset in life. So anything you need, want, or are scared of, or need to build confidence or skills or anything on, is prayer. And don't doubt it, because it works. It's powerful.
Anybody else before I close this out?
I promise you, I'm gonna just say, hey, and don't be scared of the mistakes you make now, and your mistakes that you make now don't define you forever. I'm gonna just keep it like that.
That's just part of your journey.
Don't be too distracted by girls. Straight up. I can't say that they're, I can't tell you you're not to date or not to talk to girls, any of that stuff. If I could, I would, but it could be a big distraction. It's not the most important thing in your life at this moment. Think about who you want to be. Think about what kind of life you want to live. Think about what kind of person you want to be. All that takes work, a lot of work. And you guys are gonna get to a point in life where, it's gonna be all on you. Life isn't easy. It's gonna be tough, and it's gonna be up to you to make and build the life that you want. And that's gonna take a lot of hard work. So don't let things like women or girls distract you or take away from you reaching your goals or working hard at building a life or career or chasing your dreams or doing the things that you love. Do those things with all your heart and passion first, and then everything else, God first, your passion, your family, everything else will fall in the line, so don't let girls distract you too much.
You know how you play basketball, and you know how you guys win a lot of games, right? And then you lose a game. You don't tap out and say, I'm not playing no more, I'll quit. You keep going. You come back to practice the next day. Whether you embarrassed or not, you might have got crossed over or whatever it is to make you feel like you was whack or whatever. Nah, bro, you lose, you gonna just come back at it. Don't stop. That's the thing he's saying. You just keep going. It's gonna be all type of things that make you want to tap out. Don't do it. That's it.
Thank you. And so with that, I'll go ahead and close us out. And I want to, close us out by again saying thank you all, everybody who spoke, everybody, man. I think we've touched on, every aspect of life. And I just want to close us out with the importance of exhibiting or showing mental wellness, right? Mental health, right? Because all of these things that we talked about, we can't do it. We don't have prayer and we don't have a good state of mental health, right? And I don't know who all knows. I know, everybody up here knows, but I dedicated my entire adult life to giving back to at-risk youth. I worked in group homes, worked in psychiatric institutions, went to school, et cetera, et cetera. Now I'm one of the executives at a nonprofit that services foster youth. And one thing that really stood out to me from my experience and my education is without good mental health, you can't do anything. And so with that, I wanted to leave you guys with something that you guys can chew on, something you guys can take with you, something that you guys can apply to your life instantly upon leaving tonight. And so I wrote down 5 mental wellness tips that I want to share with you guys in hopes that you guys can apply it and you guys can start using it in your life. The first one, which is most important, is just showing gratitude, right? And that's just being thankful for life. That's being thankful for being awoken today, being thankful for going to school, being thankful for having something to eat, being thankful for being able to see your parents, for wearing the shoes that you like. Expressing gratitude. It doesn't have to be something super major. It can be the smallest thing. The second one is connect with others and cultivate those relationships. We talked a lot about relationships, right? Everybody is here this evening because of a relationship, right? Either a relationship that I have, a relationship that you have, a relationship that we all have. And so the second one is connect with others and cultivate those relationships. Strong connections can improve your overall well-being. This includes spending time with friends and family who lift you up and support you. And so that's for everybody. I encourage everybody to cultivate the relationships that they have in their life. The third one is find a positive outlet and do that.
right? That could be playing basketball. That could be reading. That can be, for me, is doing projects around my house and going to the gym with my son and going to baseball with him, talking to my friends. The fourth one is set goals, but take it day by day as you're achieving your goals, right? This gives you a sense of purpose. It can improve your self-esteem and your sense of accomplishment, right? So if we look too far down the line, that's too far, man.
Yeah.
We got to take it step by step by step. So set goals, but take it day by day. Do something, one thing every day that's going to help you to reach your goals. Fifth, and the final one, is work hard and or do your best and forget the rest, right? So that means give life all you got and live with the results, right? As long as we work hard and we give life everything we got, we can go to sleep at night saying, hey, you know what? I'm cool with the outcome of that. And I think collectively, if we can all try to practice those different things in our everyday lives, overall to help us, achieve a greater mental wellness. And so I just wanted to leave that with you guys. And then also for the young man, I wish I should have bought 25 of them. And anybody who wants one, I'll personally purchase you one. I got a bonus, and it's a book that I wanted to, that I bought. And this book is called The 4 Agreements. And this book right here really helped change the way that I see life. It really helped me approach, the way that I do things on a daily in a different perspective. And I bought each and every you young guys one of these books. And I hope that at some point through your journey, it may not be right now, but at some point through your journey, you would take the time to read this book, because again, it'll give you a greater sense of purpose and how to approach life. And just for perspective, I just want to share the 4 agreements that this book shares. The first one is be impeccable with your word. And this involves speaking with integrity, say only what you mean, avoid using words to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. The second one is don't take anything personally. That's a big one, right? Nothing others do is because of you. Right? A lot of times things that people do is because something that they got going on with themselves, right? And it's either displaced or you was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, right? So don't take nothing personally. The third one is don't make assumptions. And this involves finding the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can and avoid misunderstandings. Sadness and drama. With this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. And the last one is always do your best, right? And so again, this book really changed my life, and I bought a copy, and I definitely wanted to gift it to all the young people here today. And so all you guys, before you guys leave, if you would like a copy, they'll be right there for you guys. But I encourage you guys to read this. And again, for all the men, I didn't know if you guys read this book already or if you guys are, but I'm more than willing to get you guys a copy as well if you guys would like. But again, in closing, thank each and every one of you, man. It means so much to me. And I'm sure so much to Aaron that you guys came out tonight and shared this time with us. And this is a life memory for me, right? And hopefully somebody is inspired to do this for their children or for their nephew or whoever the case may be. And hopefully we get an invite to something like this, like Rob did. And as you can see, the benefit, the benefit of this. So thank you. And before that, I just want to ask Aaron, you got anything you want to say, man, before close the floor up? No, I know you don't. No, I just want to say.
What about your friends? Y'all got anything y'all want to say?
And this gonna be on YouTube forever.
Y'all can look back. That's what I'm saying. Y'all might want to get it in now. Whatever y'all want to say. Shoot y'all jokes.
I want to say something.
Go ahead and let them know.
Knowing
It's
Aaron,
for all of y'all.
knowing Aaron since third grade, up until now, and there's been such a build-up of friendship. And I mean that by we stay connected through all that. 2020, COVID. That's when our friendship peaked. At the time, we would stay up all night making beats. Like calling each other, yo. I even like with now 2020, 2022. I felt like there was a disconnect. Like I felt I was inconsistent with myself, with everybody else in my life in general. And I called him. I literally texted Aaron. I said, "Yo, I know I'm being like inconsistent and all that stuff." Because I thought he was gonna be mad at me. And he was like, "No love, no love is lost." And that right there, I was like, "That's the homie. That's my brother." And with that, everybody here got your back. Friends, everybody here, we got your back. I sure do.
All right.